Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. I wanted to pop on here tonight and bring you into my kitchen tonight. You are in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you some things behind the scenes and show you some things I use. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about two more endocrine disruptors that in hormones in day 2 of the Wellness Week for Be For You. So come on in, bring your friends and family, let them know that you can watch this replay. And if you miss it live, make sure you share it with other people in your group, or ask me to, send it to you if you can't share it. But I wanted to get in touch with you guys to give you two more chemicals that I wanted to educate you about, and then give you reasons to change and make some swaps, or give you some ideas on what you can do. I've got a whole bunch of visuals back here I'll show you, but the first two that I wanted to talk about with the endocrine disruption, and I'll take a step back if you missed yesterday's. Your endocrine system is your hormone system. It's a network that's in your body, and it talks to all the parts of your body, and it's involved with the glands. And there's several different glands that secrete hormones in your system, and it kind of comes from the top down. The pituitary and some other master glands are basically telling your other organs to start producing these hormones, and they're used for different things in your body. And when we come into contact with chemicals in our environment, which every single person on the planet does, you cannot eliminate your exposure to toxins, it can disrupt your hormone system. And basically they come in onto the cell, and they come into a site that's supposed to be like for estrogen or something else, and they mimic estrogen. They cover up sites. They are like pretend kind of estrogen or other types of hormones that you have, and they cause havoc in the body by either down-regulating or up-regulating your hormones. And then that's when you get symptoms like thyroiditis, or you get cancer from having too high of certain hormones, or other things in your body start changing. And that's why I'm here to tell you a little bit about two more tonight, and then give you some tips on how to reduce your exposure to those two. The first one is something you probably never heard of. It's called Atrazine. It's a herbicide. It's something that's used in the farming community, and it's used a lot on corn crops. I'm from the Midwest. I live outside Chicago, so there is a lot of corn around here in Illinois and Iowa and all the surrounding states, but I know it's also used in other agricultural industries as well. And it is rampant in the fact that it gets into the water supplies because it has a runoff. Let's say it's used in farming, or if it's used in landscaping or things like that. It gets into our streams, our rivers, our lakes, and it is not easily basically degrading. It doesn't get degraded very easily by heat or sunlight, so it stays in the ground for quite a long time, and it seeps into our water supply. So if you are anywhere near a golf course or a farm community, any place where there's runoff downhill from any of that, or you experience puddling or ravines and things like that, there's herbicides. If it's not atrazine, there's other herbicides in there. So that is atrazine. It comes in the water supply, and it basically is a herbicide, and it's linked to different things that it can do. It can upregulate your estrogen, and it can cause your prolactin in females to go up, and it can also mess with male testosterone. And it's also been linked to breast tumors, delayed puberty, and then also they found that it can change prostate. It can inflame the prostate in animals. There's a ton more, and I won't go into it, but basically it's not a good chemical that you want in your body. So I'm going to teach you a few things you can do to lower exposure to that. The second one is phthalates, and you probably have heard of that word. It's actually spelled with a PH on the beginning that's silent, so it's PHTHALATES. And it's a chemical that is produced to make plastics more flexible. And the industry uses it for many different things, like food packaging. It's in cosmetics. It's in children's and pet toys. It's in medical devices, like that flexible tubing that they use. And these chemicals trigger different things in our body, but mainly they mimic other hormones, and they cause irregularities, and they also are They've been found to increase obesity, so it's an obesogen, meaning it causes obesity. It's been found to increase diabetes. It's been found to cause irregularities in your thyroid. And you can find it in products that we use every single day. So there is no way that anyone living on this planet is phthalate free. It's in us, and we take it in every day. But we can lower it, lower our levels. It's really a lot in fragrance, and I'm going to get more into that when I show you some of this stuff back here. It's in fragrance because they use it to attach the fragrance smell. They use it to attach it to the phthalate so that the fragrance stays in the product that you're using. They also use phthalates to make hair gels, nail polishes, things that you put on your skin, perfumes, stick longer and stay longer on our bodies, like hairspray, things like that. They have phthalates in them. It's also in things like vinyl flooring, adhesives, detergents, automotive plastics, or plastic clothing like a rain jacket or a plastic shower curtain. So if you think of plastic that's really flexible, think of phthalates. And if you think of something that has like a smell, like I'm going to give you a couple smells, and I'm pretty sure you probably can conjure up that smell in your mind. I live in a park, walk my dog all the time back here, and so I smell people's laundry, and I see the smoke or the steam actually coming out of their house, and I know they're doing laundry because I can smell their Downy. I can smell the fabric softeners. That is phthalates. If you think of like an air freshener, something that you spray in the air that you've used maybe, that's phthalates. Another one I was thinking of, most people can remember Johnson's Baby shampoo. That has a scent in it. That's phthalates. So just keep getting you used to what a phthalate is something I want to make sure you understand. It's fragrance. So if there is a label that you have on any particular thing, and when you're reading a label, which I hope you do, you see the word fragrance, that is phthalates. They can hide so many different chemicals under the name fragrance. And that's a loophole that the FDA has, and they haven't been able to quite get that loophole closed. And it's something that's unfortunate for all of us because fragrance doesn't tell you anything. Unless it says like organic essential oil on it, like lavender organic essential oil fragrance, that's how you'd know that it's from a natural healthy product or an organic oil. But if it just says fragrance, then you can pretty much guarantee it's got phthalates in it. So I wanted to show you how you can get rid or at least lower your exposure to atrazine. One of the things we have in our house is we have a built-in water filtration system. It's called reverse osmosis, and it goes under our sink. We actually installed it. It's not that difficult. There are plumbers who would, but it's just this is the reservoir that's under our sink, and got some tubes, and it drains into the drain, and we basically take out the filters every 6 months and switch out a few of them. I actually do it myself. I'm the plumber at our house. So it's, you know, if you're a DIY person, it's not that difficult. It's not that expensive, but it is an expense. I won't say it's cheap. It's a couple $100 to get the system, and then you have to buy the filters. But I'm happy every time I fill up my dog bowl, my water bottle. I know I'm getting filtered water that's good for me. There are other systems you can use. There's on-the-counter systems. I know my sister has an on-the-counter system. She's currently going through chemotherapy, and I was able to help her figure out, you know, that she needed to at least change out her water and drink some healthy water. So she went ahead and got an on-the-counter system that she likes a lot. And you can put on filters on your shower heads if you want. There are whole house systems you can do. I would love to do that, but we haven't. But you can put it on your shower so that you're showering in filtered water. It just takes the load off of you if you can decrease any part of what you're using as far as water and make it more filtered. That doesn't necessarily mean that I want you to go out and buy bottled water and drink that. I would rather you figure out a way to filter your water at home and use it that way versus going and buying single-use plastic water bottles. That said, you can go to Environmental Working Group has a website. It's ewg.org, and you can put in your zip code and look up your water, and you can see what your water is in your community and see how high levels are and what you have in your area, and it will spur you on to maybe make some changes with the water that you take in. The Brita pitchers and those charcoal filter pitchers, those are for taste, which is still good, but they're not going to take out the herbicides and the chemicals. Just so you know. So do your research and do what you can do to filter your water. At least if you can filter what you drink at home, then when you're out and you can't drink filtered water and get your water, then you don't have to worry about it as much if you can filter what's at home. That leads me to the plastic water bottles and stuff like that. As much as you can, I think it would be awesome if you could swap out the plastic cups at home and the use of the plastic disposable water bottles and tote around or port around glass or ceramic. This one has a lid I can put on it, or you can use stainless steel as another good one to use. Take your water with you. It's easy to do. It's not that difficult to fill it up in the morning. Take it with you. Take it with you all year long. You can use it in your coffee at work. You can just drink it on the fly when you go to the gym or whatever. So try to find something that you can port your water in that's healthy for you, that's not plastic. I talked a little bit about air fresheners. This is a diffuser. I don't know if you can see. Turn it a little more this way. This is my diffuser. It's basically, if you don't know what it is, you put water inside it and you put in some drops of essential oil. I've got all my essential oils here that I like to go through. And then it puts out a kind of like a mist, and it actually makes your house smell really good. That is a healthy way to do it if you buy essential oils that are organic, where they've been farmed in an organic place. I use Young Living. I have an account with them, so if you need oils, let me know. doTERRA is also a good brand, and I know there's other good brands out there. I just wouldn't buy them at the Jewel or the discount stores and stuff, because you just don't know if they are organic farms. And the reason that it's important that your essential oils are quality is if they've been sprayed with glyphosate, which is another pesticide, then you harvest that. Now you're misting glyphosate into your air at home. So that's just one tip. I know a lot of people are kind of sensitive about their oils and things like that, but that's the reason why you want to buy quality oils. This can make your house smell great versus you burning a candle, because phthalates are in candles, or spraying any kind of spray in the air to like cover up the smells in your house or make it smell better. Which leads me to these. This is Febreze. It's a fabric freshener that you would spray like on a couch or spray on things that are coming out of the dryer or something like that. I have this because I do Toxin Talks, and I have it as a visual aid to show you, do not buy this stuff. This is literally chemicals in a bottle. Okay, that's exactly what they've done. They've taken a scent and attached it to a chemical, a phthalate, and they put it in a bottle in a liquid. So that's all you're really doing, is spraying chemicals on your product, on your body, because it's going to go on your body. If it's going on your clothes, it's going to go in you through your skin. Your skin absorbs so much that you have no idea. So throw this stuff out. If you are using those little chiclet kind of soft scented things in your dryer, they show like pour it into your dryer or your washer. I don't even know how you use those things, and it's supposed to make your towels smell really good for like 3 weeks in the closet. That's phthalates, that's chemicals, that's disrupting your hormones. Do not use that stuff. Throw it away. And the options that I have for you, same thing with this Downy wrinkle releaser, same thing, it's the same thing. The options I have for you are wool dryer balls. You can get a pack of two of these at Walmart for $5. And you can put on your favorite essential oil that you love, a couple drops on that, put it in the dryer. It's gonna make it smell nice, and then these bounce around all over the dryer and make things softer because it's keeping it moving. There's no chemicals in there. It's just healthy oils and motion of this ball that won't do anything to your fabric. The other thing you can use is vinegar, white vinegar. White vinegar gets out the stink. If you've ever left a load of laundry in the washing machine overnight, or totally forgot about it and came back, lifted the lid, and gotten knocked over by the smell of it, put it through the laundry again and put in a cup of this stuff, and the white vinegar will take out the smell. And maybe you might have to wash it twice in case it's like really bad. But my boys played lacrosse, and I used to wash their gloves and their shoulder pads and their elbow pads in the washing machine with vinegar, and they didn't come out smelling amazing because lacrosse equipment is horrible, but it actually made it smell better. And it's antimicrobial and antibacterial, and it's cheap, super cheap. I wash anytime I do my dish towels or anything that would have any kind of bacteria on it, this is in there. Or my workout clothes, for sure, vinegar's always in there. That leads me to laundry soap. There's a ton of phthalates in laundry soap because they want things to smell fresh, just like the fabric softeners. I have a company that I've been using for about 5 years. It's called My Green Fills. And they send you, it's a little subscription, they'll send you these in the mail. They're little packets of laundry detergent powder. When you first start, they send you one of these. And then you fill up your filtered water to the line, you pour in the powder, you shake it up, and now you have your own laundry soap. You don't have to lug this jug all over the place from the grocery store or Target or wherever, especially if you live in the city and you gotta carry your stuff home. You don't have to do that anymore because this will come right to your mailbox. I get maybe like 5 or 6 of them delivered every so often, and I get the unscented. They do have a lavender one. I just prefer things just to be unscented. I actually have, unfortunately, developed chemical sensitivity because of mold toxicity that I'm trying to get over, and I'm sensitive to chemicals, which is kind of a good thing because it keeps me away from a lot of stuff. But My Green Fills is a great thing. You will never buy another jug again if you have this. They also sell really good laundry dishwashing soap powder. It's by Truly Free, but you can get it through My Green Fills. And they sell a fruit and veggie wash. The atrazine I was speaking about earlier, you can avoid if you buy organic as much as you can. And I know it's more expensive, so I'm not going to tell you you have to. That's why you probably want to go to the website ewg.org for the Dirty Dozen list. At least if you buy the top 12 most sprayed produce, you will lower your exposure to atrazine and a bunch of other chemicals. If you can't purchase the organic, you can at least maybe use a fruit and veggie wash. I know Young Living sells one too. Truly Free sells this. You can use baking soda and water and soak some of your vegetables in that or fruits in that and then rinse it off. It's not going to become organic after that, but it's going to take some of it off, and it's all about decreasing your load. That's what this is all about. It's just decreasing your load, making swaps and changes. A couple other things I wanted to show you. Since phthalates are in cosmetics and products like underarm deodorant, you really want to try to find something that you're literally rubbing on. One of the most lymphatic areas in your body is your armpit. 80% of your lymphatic system drains to your left armpit. So putting on a non-toxic deodorant is one of the best things you can do, one of the biggest changes you can do for your body care products and lowering your toxic load. I like Schmidt's. There's also, I think Native is a good one. I just like the charcoal magnesium. I just like the scent of it. It's got essential oils in it. They also have a sage vetter, and they've got all kinds of different ones. But Schmidt's is ones that I have found easily at Target, Walmart, online, Amazon, Costco carried it sometimes. I also use a lot of makeup called Honest. It's just like an Elba's line. This is a makeup wipe, but I use Honest Beauty. I use her mascara, her cream blush, under eye makeup, powder, bronzer. I don't spend a lot of money on my makeup. I don't spend a lot of time on makeup either, so I keep it simple, nice and easy, quick and easy kind of stuff. The other brand that I like is Nourish. Nourish Organic. They've had it at Target. They sell it online. They sell it on Amazon. It's just clean stuff, and it's not that expensive. I'm not really into the super expensive makeup. That's just me. No judgment there if you like it, and if you do, you maybe want to look up Anne Marie. It's a higher end, really, really good quality facial care and body care and things like that. As you can see, mine are quite small. I buy the sample stuff when it's on sale. I like the smell. She uses essential oils in her stuff. She's got some anti-aging products in there. It's really a good line. I don't buy a lot of it just because it's really expensive. Then the last thing I want to tell you is plastic wrap. Not only is it horrible for our environment because it doesn't degrade, and it's also something that you don't want to really have on your food at all. I obviously I still have it. I use it sometimes because you have to. At least I've found that there's just sometimes things don't work. But I really, really, really try to avoid using it, and I never microwave in plastic. Don't ever microwave in plastic. Those like dinners, frozen dinners come. If you're gonna eat that, take it out of the plastic and put it in something else. If you're gonna microwave it, and if you can, take it out of the plastic, put it in a baking dish, and put it in the oven. Maybe bypass the microwave altogether. But I do realize you still have to have things. So this is kind of cool. I showed these several months ago. I showed you some of this company called Net Zero. They make these covers, and they're silicone, and they're phthalate free. You don't microwave with this, but this will cover dishes, and they come in little tiny sizes all the way to big sizes. And I like these because it literally eliminates having to use this 20 times a week if you're storing leftovers or things like that. I also, Ziploc bags basically have phthalate in them because they're nice and plasticky and flexible. And this is a silicone bag, and it's easy to use. It stands up and sits if you needed to. It's got lines on the measuring if you want to do that, and you basically put this slide this on, and voila, you got your own little Ziploc bag. It comes in all different sizes. And Net Zero is a company that I really like because the packaging they send it in is biodegradable. They don't send you a bunch of those bubble wraps or little peanuts. Everything is biodegradable, so I like their stuff. And a lot of this stuff will be linked in the comment section in my post. Or not the comments, but in the post. This is kind of cool. This is an avocado saver. If you do a lot of avocados, which my husband and I probably both have at least one avocado a day, this, if you have half of an avocado, you throw it on there, you put the little strap on there, and then you can pop it into the refrigerator and keep it. And ours probably only sits in there maybe a day, and we use the rest of it. But it's nice because then you don't have to put it in plastic wrap or a Ziploc bag. The last thing I'll show you, or two more things, is I swapped out all of my Tupperware. I actually had a few pieces from my mom, and it was more sentimental, like it was like a lettuce holder. It was literally, truly Tupperware. So it probably was from the 70s, and I kept a hold of it. I think I still actually have that, but I tossed out all of my plastic, or at least put it away so I don't use it really ever. If I use it, I put parchment paper in the bottom of it and then put the food on top of the parchment paper. But so I swapped out, and I got all of these kind of click-like lids with glass. And so I do meal prepping on Sundays. You might have seen some of my meal prep videos. So I will make like a bunch of roasted vegetables, some quinoa, all kinds of different stuff. And I store it in these plastic containers, and then they're all ready to go in my refrigerator. I know that they're going to be fresh because they have really good seal on them, and they're easy to stack. So that's what this is about. There's plastic in the lids, but as long as you're not putting hot food in these, you're fine. And then also at Net Zero, same company that makes this, they make these kind of wax cloth papers. These are great for just wrapping up something that you just need to wrap up. You don't necessarily need it to be super tight as far as the seal goes. They're kind of nice. They're good for when you take a to-go lunch. If you wanted to put like a sandwich in there and wrap it up, it just really eliminates the Ziploc bags. And this is kind of cool. This is just a little cover, and it goes on top of like a bowl or a salad bowl. If you made a salad and you wanted to cover it up, you just eliminate the plastic. All right, so now you know where phthalates come from, what they do to us, where atrazine comes from, what it does to us, where it's at, how to eliminate it. I really hope that you found something to take away from this live tonight. If you could, just give me a thumbs up or let me know, because it's helpful for me to know that I've reached you and that I am bringing information that you guys want. But just setting yourself up to make one swap at a time, like maybe try your Tupperware, get rid of your plastic, get rid of your plastic cups, or get rid of, what you're drinking out of, switch it over to stainless steel or glass or something like that. Just pick one thing to change, whether it's your water, whether it's your laundry detergent, and just slowly over time swap things out. I hope you learned something, and I hope you come back tomorrow, because I'm going to give you more information. And I want you to be for you and share this group with people. Please, please share this group with people. You guys have a great night, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Be for you.